Yo, what up, though? The Minnesota Vikings. Somebody bring that broom in here. They done swept the Green Bay Packers, man. The final score was 25-27. And do not let that final score fool y'all. This game was not really close at all. The Minnesota Vikings dominated the Green Bay Packers on every level today playing football, man. Jordan Love had a bad day. The running game couldn't really get going. Jordan Love was 19 for 30 with 185 passing yards with one touchdown pass. He would pressure a lot, and he only got sacked 3 times. But Jordan Love had a bad day against the Minnesota Vikings, man. And the Minnesota Vikings swept the Green Bay Packers, man. This right here keep the Minnesota Vikings #1 seed alive and for that NFC North crown alive by defeating the Green Bay Packers at the crib today. So next week in Detroit will be for everything, for the #1 seed and for the NFC North, man. Sam Darnold, boy, did he have a day against the Green Bay Packers defense, man. Everybody was talking about how good the Green Bay Packers defense been playing, how good the Green Bay Packers is. The Green Bay Packers is not that good of a football team. They cannot beat top contenders. And today was another example, man. Sam Darnold was 33 for 43 with 377 passing yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, man. Sam Darnold had 10 incompletion all game against the Green Bay Packers defense, and everybody was praising him. Like everybody said, Green Bay is this, Green Bay gonna do this to the Minnesota Vikings, and Green Bay got whooped against the Minnesota Vikings, man. They lose the series this year, man. The Packers ain't beat they ain't beat the Vikings none this year, man. And the Vikings they fighting for that #1 seed. And Cam Akers and Aaron Jones did good today on the ground, man. It wasn't big, but it was enough to move the chain. Like Aaron Jones had 47 rushing yards. Cam Akers only had 18, but Cam Akers had some big rushing yards. And he also cost a pass on third down that iced the game that took us to the W though. He caught the pass from Sam Darnold on a play action pass that sealed the game. The Green Bay Packers ran out of timeout and we ran the clock out. And the rest is history, man. The Minnesota Vikings did good. And Jalen Naylor had a day against the Green Bay Packers. They were worrying about Justin Jefferson all day. And JJ had 92 receiving yards, but Jalen Naylor had 81 receiving yards on 6 catches, and he also caught a touchdown pass, man. And Jordan Addison had 69 receiving yards. The Minnesota Vikings dominated the Green Bay Packers today. And I want people to start putting some respect on the Minnesota Vikings name as we moving forward. The Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings will be the game of the week. That right there for the #1 seed in the NFC. And that is the game for the NFC North crown. We will know next week who will be the NFC North Kings, man. I don't know what time they're going to play yet. That game going to get flexed. It might be at 8 o'clock, but it might be at 4 o'clock for real. Because they might put the Pittsburgh and Cincinnati game at 8 o'clock, but I don't know. All I know is the Minnesota Vikings today took care of business in the game that they must win, and the Vikings came out with a W, man. Sam Darnold is a different quarterback inside the Minnesota Vikings offense, man. In a game like this, many people thought Sam Darnold was going to milk, but he ain't do that. Sam was playing good inside of that pocket, and he was delivering the football to his wide receivers, man. TJ Hawkinson, he ain't getting in the end zone, though, but he had a big game. He also had 68 receiving yards off of 5 catches, though. The Vikings top wide receivers and tight end, they showed up and showed out today. And Sam Darnold got the ball to his playmakers, man. And the Minnesota Vikings is playing in the game next week that many people thought the Minnesota Vikings would not be in at the beginning of the season. I'm going to be real with y'all. I ain't think the Vikings was going to be here. The Vikings won 14 fucking games. They 14-2. I ain't think no shit like that. I know half of y'all ain't think no shit like that. But we is here. And we are fighting for the #1 seed in NFC. And we are fighting for the NFC North crown. It's going to be a good game in Motown next week. A showdown in Motown. I am excited for the game, man. And the Minnesota Vikings took care of business against the Green Bay Packers. The Packers look like today, they were not ready for the Minnesota Vikings, man. It was a long time. The Packers had 3 points going to the damn third quarter of this football game. And at one point late in the third quarter, Jordan Love only had 58 passing yards. Jordan Love did not play good against the Minnesota Vikings defense, man. The Minnesota Vikings defense was on Jordan Love ass, man. And the Vikings defense is for real. And they offense woke up toward the second half of toward the end of the first quarter. Toward the end of the second quarter, the beginning of the third quarter, they offense woke up and went crazy, man. But it's a good day to be a Vikings fan, man. I just need all y'all to like this video. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. How confident are y'all next week when the Vikings take on the Lions for the #1 seed in the NFC North and for the NFC North crown? Is right there for us, man. We can play all our games in the playoff at US Bank Stadium. If the Vikings take care of business next week against the Detroit Lions, we swept the Packers. Now it's time to get Detroit Lions. They L. We owe them one. And Jordan Love, I told everybody, man, I'm not sold on Jordan Love, and the Packers not that good, man. And I look like I was right, man. Because Jordan Love put up an egg today against the Green Bay Packers. Even though they scored 25 points, he ain't played good in this game. If y'all watch the whole game, man, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure y'all leave a comment. Do everything right now.